PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from the company VanTop. And this is another one of their dash cams, only this one's a little bit more unique. This is their Discovery H610, and it's a mirror-mounted dash cam. And it comes with both front and rear cameras as well. And what makes this unique is instead of just having a camera that's sitting in your windshield with a screen on its back, this camera is actually, it just kind of attaches part of the assembly. You know, it's kind of hiding in ways, not, in other ways not so much, and behind the mirror, shooting out the window. And then on the front, it has this layer that overlaps the mirror and gives you a video view of what's behind you instead of making use of the mirror. So that way you're not blinded by lights or anything like that in any way, in case your mirror doesn't already come with that feature. But it also is, you know, it's a two-in-one. You're getting a video display of what's behind you, as well as you can also, it detects when you go into reverse based on how you power this up, connecting it to your brake lights or your reverse lights, I mean, and it'll show, it'll embed or overlay the lines, you know, so you have that backup view, just like you do on any of today's modern cars with a backup camera. So you're getting a dash cam, a backup camera, and or just rear camera, and of course all of it records, letting you know in case, you know, something happens. If you get into an accident, God forbid, you would, you know, have that on your side in case it wasn't your fault. And then, of course, if something happens to your car while you're away, there you have it. Once again, it's recording both front and back. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what it looks like on the inside and see what it comes with. It's decent packaging and it's very well protected. Nice soft foam there. Multiple different layers of foam at that. And this is your mirror setup here. Just pops right out. And then you have your rear camera with plenty enough length to get to the front of the car and up to the windshield to plug into this setup. You have a little cloth here for cleaning the screens with. You have a pry bar for installation or uninstallation, I guess. You have a couple double-sided sticky pads here. You have some instructions, the user manual, which is quite important, as well as our, hey, dedicated friendly customer service, in case you need to reach out for them. And then, of course, the power for the dash cam, and that's it. So it plugs into the adapter, a 12-volt adapter that's in your car. It does not use USB, unfortunately, so if you have an adapter already running there, you'll have to pop it out, plug this in instead. But the actual unit here is where everything really happens. This is the magic. So like I mentioned, it hooks onto the mirror that's in your car. These are actually used to wrap around the rearview mirror you already got and secure it to the front side of it. And then this slides in and out to make sure you can get off to the side of the mirror, so that way it's not blocking it, and now you have your normal dash cam, which is on the front side. All of your inputs are right here on the top. You have your USB input right here, and this is going to be for power, so that's going to your outlet. You have a AVN, which is 2.5 millimeter, it looks like, and that's what's coming from the rear cam. And then you have your typical micro SD input here, where all the video is going to be recorded to. You have your power button right here on the bottom, as well as microphones here. So that way you can actually record the audio inside of the car, like a lot of the dash cams do. And for everything else, you're gonna have a touchscreen display. So this fancy, awesome display here is not only a video screen that's going to be showing your rear, your rear. It's going to show everything that's behind you, and it's going to show you what's behind you. And then you can touch and go through the menu options, and you can split it in half. So that way you see what's in front of you and what's behind you. So that way you get an idea of what it's recording at any given time. This is also used to get into the menu system and so forth. So the idea of it is really simple. Everything that it comes with, it's simple, as long as you're not afraid to, you know, get into your car. And that is absolutely important in terms of getting into your car. By that I mean, you know, installing something. That's incredibly important. I mean, it's not something for the you know, for the amateurs, you know, they're just looking to dabble. This is something for intermediate or advanced users who are able to, you know, tap into the reverse lights and run this through the car appropriately and figure out the best pathway to get it all the way to the front and up to your rearview mirror and plug into this. If not, then all you have is a dash cam with this, and now you don't have a mirror, and it kind of defeats the purpose. So there you have it. Again, this is the Discovery H610 dash cam with rear camera from VanTop. It's an impressive looking device. I mean, it really does look nice. And I'm assuming that its performance is going to be just as good as it physically looks. There's only one way to find out that, though. So let's take a look at the footage. So what you're looking at here is the main front camera, and you can see that the details in the camera are really nice. You can see the license plates just fine, the fine details of each and every different car on the road. Motion rate, or at least the refresh rate's really good, so you're not getting any extra motion blur or anything. You do see that since the camera is higher up than normal, or where you might normally place it, it does kind of pick up some details of the windshield. Like this is a Mercury and it has this little shaded area in the dead center towards the top here, so you're picking that up. So not every car is going to look the same using this camera. Now you're looking at the rear camera and what it looks like, what it's seeing. So this is nice. It's only 1080. It's not 2K like the main camera is. So you got half the resolution, or in terms of what the front camera can achieve, but you're still getting details at least on what's going on behind you. And it's really mostly there just to, kind of replace your rearview mirror in a way so that you can better understand on what's behind you. And the detail's not too bad for that. It also works good that we didn't actually do the backup camera, only because the fact it was just too much of a process to install that in the car and to wire it to the backup lights. But if you did wire them to the backup lights, as soon as you put the car into reverse, as mentioned earlier, you are going to get the lines that help guide you. So we're just bouncing between the front and the rear cameras here. You can get an idea of what everything looks like. It looks smooth. The rear camera, again, it's not the best, but it's not there to be like your main camera on the front is. This is going to help you in parking mode and everything else. And but really overall, everything looks really nice. It does get a little weird trying to adjust to having the camera there for your your review mirror instead of an actual mirror. I mean, the resolution versus just a plain crisp clear mirror, it's kind of weird, but something you'd get used to over time, hopefully. But and then you get to pick up cool little things like this. See this guy on the motorbike, the motorcycle right there. Pay good close attention. He's popping wheelies on the freeway. So it's just a fun way to catch people as they're doing their thing. So there you go. Once again, Discovery H610 dash cam with rear camera, backup, and everything else from VanTop. We'll have more about this online at POCnetwork.net when we talk about it for the full review. And of course, if you liked what you see here, don't forget to subscribe below, as well as that comment section down there. You can interact and let us know what you think. As always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.